Okay, here's the video. 1965 old Cutlass 442. Show the trunk pan. There's absolutely no rust. It's a 15-inch spare tire. Wheel. Nice trim. Black and yellow plates. See that, this is not a wavy body. Hopefully you can see the quality in this video. The car's been painted recently with and it's been color sanded and buffed. The interior is super clean. The upholstery actually is original from 1965. This car's sat in the garage. Just the seats are original. The back seat's starting to show some cracks when you look up close, but it shows still very nice. All the lights turn on. Just had a new headliner put in because it was white before. New carpet installed. Everything was cleaned up. Dash is near perfect. Don't see any flaws besides a little white overspray there somehow. I don't know how I got on there, but door panels are in very, very good condition. All reinstalled by a professional. Had speakers in the doors, unfortunately, but it's actually pretty clean cut. You can put another 5-inch speaker in there or replace the door panels, but they're too nice. Nice factory optional Oldsmobile mirror. Tack works. "15-inch rallies, new trim rings. All the chrome on the body has been polished by hand using chrome cleaner. It's a 455 Olds engine. I believe it's a 71 because it has GA heads. Gene McKay of Oldsmobile was only in Fremont, rebuilt it about 2.5 years ago. It's got about 4,000 miles. Car 47,000 miles when we first got it. It just turned 52 after our trip to Hot August Nights last week. Just put 600 miles on it. Just changed all the fluids. So if you're a local buyer and you come and buy it, you can't drive this thing home. You can drive it anywhere. I drove it 600 miles through the hot mountains with no problem. Engine's clean, engine bay's clean. There's a little bit of leftover wax when it was color sanded buffed on some parts. The original OptiClean bottle. It's all the original sheet metal to this car. Had a couple pieces replaced. This is a reproduction trim ring, and this is from another Cutlass because it was dented before it was fixed. As you can see, it's no waves. Take a mirror. Original key lock, still has the original small Oldsmobile key. Let me close this all up. All the weather stripping has been replaced. Obviously, when it was painted, I just installed all the weather stripping. The trunk's nice and flat. New window felts. New window channels. The only weather stripping that was not replaced because good old people at BAP never sent it to me, they were rude and canceled my order, are the quarter window seals. This is the only thing that's going to need to be done, and I just haven't had time to do it, and quite frankly, I'm done working on this car. So the next owner, go ahead and do it. Now I did already start the car and warm it up. It does fire up no problem. It does have a Holley 750 with no choke, so you gotta give it a little gas when it first fires up. But it's got remote mirror option. The mirror is polished nicely. See it just from the inside. Wipers, lights, high beams, horn. Never tried the lighter. No smoke. Factory tack. Oh, it's got brand new 2.5-inch Flowmaster exhaust, Super 40s. Sounds good. When it's nighttime, the light on the indicator does turn on. The lights on the other side here, you can see that they light up. Light on the back of the console turns on. Sail panel lights. all the courtesy lights work. Let's see, wipers turn on. The 2-speed. Heater works. Nice hot air blows. Defroster. Not one of those old cars that you can't see out the windows. This is a daily driver for about 3 years. Brand new headliner. Interior's super duper nice. Let's go ahead and put this in drive. Go for a little spin down the street. See, it runs good. Said, I live in San Leandro, California, and last week was hottest nights in Reno. Drove from here to Reno. Even sitting at a hot idle in dead traffic, it never got above 200. It runs at 180, 190 all day long. It's got a 180-degree thermostat in it. It gets about 12 miles a gallon, which isn't the best, but it's a 455. And it's got turbo 400 trans, which is an older rebuild, but it's got a stage 1 shift kit and a 12-bolt rear end out of Chevy, since the original 10-bolt bolts blew up. And when I bought this car, it did not have a drivetrain. So this turbo 400 and 455 was installed by me and my mechanic. It's got a Petronix ignition, Holley 750, an Edelbrock Performer intake, some regular 1 3/4 headers with 3-inch collectors with 2.5-inch exhaust going all the way out the back with some round tips that come exiting out of the rear of the tires at an angle. So you can see the car drives straight, steers straight, it stops great. You know, for an original setup. Give it a little rev as you can hear. This is my street here. You guys want to buy a crash car, I'm sure. Alright. And I left the heater on, so I'm starting to cook. As you see, it's warmed up, so it's running at 190, which is normal. 180, 190. Got 40 pounds of oil pressure at 600 RPM. It's charging perfect. 14 volts, got the factory radio in there, it lights up, no sound comes out, you know, 1965 speakers, not working anymore. Clean ashtray, all the trim's super nice, the chrome isn't too pitted, this car was stored inside for a long time. Turn signals, what kind of other fun stuff we got. A couple things like the armrests were recovered. Carpet redone, headliner redone, everything else just cleaned up. Guy there's 2 6x9s back there, but there's no stereo in here. I didn't like the big stereo hanging onto the dash, got rid of it. Somebody else is going to do something a little nicer, like a hidden setup. Yeah, it's turnkey. Let's go outside, I'll pop the hood. I got other Oldsmobile 68 Pro Touring, a 64 Project, and a 71 4 Fortune. Engine bay. This thing's driven all the time and it stays this clean. Good old original radiator, original fan. Nothing fancy, runs perfect, runs cool, supposed to. The opportunity bottle, horns. These are original bumpers. This one's got a small dent right there, but I couldn't justify redoing it over that one. It's such beautiful condition. Got the original rubbers between there that fit so well. That nice exhaust I'm talking about. And once again, original bumper. Got a little spot right there. reverse lights work, put in reverse, backup lights turn on, all that cool stuff. 255, 60, 15 tires in the back. It's got 235, 60, 15 in the front, little stagger. That's it. Guys, if you have any questions, you can call me at 510-384-2934. My name is Gil. Thanks.